Buddha recognized that if we want peace, we must use peaceful means. And if we want a mind that abides in loving kindness, we need to use loving kindness as a way of working with the mind. So even for a realization as simple as a warm and kind heart, we need a calm and stable mind. So we practice in order to develop that. This is our initial practice, is developing this calm and stable mind so that we can take that razor sharp awareness and use it to analyze all the various topics on the path to enlightenment, to actually analyze what is the nature of reality. So these two together, this stabilizing and analytical meditation, then, this brings us to an understanding of how reality exists. So as our object of focus, we usually begin by settling into relaxation, and then we attend to the sensations in the body. Yes, then we settle right down to the ground. And then gradually we move to the breath. Buddha said the breath is a great antidote to all afflictions. It's always there, always easy to find. So we follow the breath as it rises and falls in the abdomen, and then we fine tune to that place at the nostrils where it appears most distinctly for us. And then after remaining on the breath for some time, when gross thoughts have subsided somewhat, then we can turn to awareness itself through the power of gradually expanding awareness, the breath within the space of awareness, and coming to that place of awareness itself. We remain not too tight. This is important, not to be too tight, but to still have a strong determination to remain present. This is really important. You make this strong determination. But like a hose, I was using a hose to water today, and then it gets tangled. If you pull on it, that just makes it worse. So like that with the mind, when the mind gets tangled up in thought, best to simply relax it, untangle it. And I've often said to pay attention to the sensation in your body and in your mind when you've become tangled in a thought. Notice what happens. What is that experience? And then when you return to your object of focus, releasing that tangle, notice the sensation in the body and mind at that time. We recognize it, we experience it. We relax and we put the body, mind back at ease as we attend to our object of focus. So there is a flow from the relaxation to the bodily sensations, to the breath, to awareness. And as we do that, as we begin now to settle into our meditation, so think, please, what is it that you wish to offer to the world? What's your greatest wish? And what do you want the world to offer you? And open your heart, thinking to include all beings as we settle into our meditation seat. Allowing our spine to lengthen and straighten. Rising up to its natural extension. And then settling into relaxation through the power of allowing awareness to float down through the body, starting at the crown of your head. Experience that awareness as warm kindness, offering this relaxation to the body, to our brow and around our eyes. Our facial muscles, our jaw. The back of the neck. Notice any tension and just breathe into it, allowing it to soften across your shoulders. And down your arms. All the way to the tips of your fingers. Your hands are resting gently. Then coming back up to the neck and beginning to float down through your torso, noticing your upper back, around your shoulder blades, and your chest. To the small of your back. Down to your sit bones. Let your belly be soft. Let it receive the full breath. Notice your legs, your thighs, your calves, down to the soles of your feet, the tips of your toes. Completely letting go of all memories of the past, all fantasies about the future. Present here, the sensations in the body, feeling the body on the seat, the sensations in the body as the body breathes. Completely relaxed. Noticing the rising and falling of the abdomen. Movement and stillness in harmony. Then fine-tuning our awareness, coming to the tip of the nose, to the place where the breath manifests most distinctly, a single point. Noticing the sensation as the breath moves out and back in again. Pay particular attention to the turning point at the end of the exhale. Watching as the body simply breathes without force or impedance. How wonderful. Sometimes long, sometimes short, without preference. Just the breath, only the breath. If you get tangled up in a thought, return to your friend, the breath, pointing you to a place of relaxed and peaceful ease, present moment awareness on the sensation of the breath. Nothing to do, nothing to undo. If gross thoughts have somewhat subsided, begin to expand your awareness from the breath into a space of open awareness, just awareness itself, without an object, the knowing of knowing. A clear and spacious mind, awake and aware. And now I invite you to bring all sentient beings around you. Your mother on your left, your father on your right, your friends and family behind you, the troublemakers in your life in front of you, and then all beings of the six realms, manifesting in human form, but having their own particular kinds of suffering. And thinking how wonderful it would be if I could lead them all to freedom. And we lead them in the practice of refuge as we turn to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Visualizing in front of us our teacher, our Lama, in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha. Their holy body is made of light, magnificent, smiling lovingly at us, wanting only to help us. And we turn to them for refuge and lead all beings in the prayer. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha by my virtuous actions of giving and so on. May I become a Buddha to benefit all beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, to the mind of enlightenment, to seeing emptiness directly, and to the Arya beings who have. May I become a Buddha to benefit all beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment, with confidence in the knowledge that the nature of my own mind is wisdom. Its expression is clarity, and its compassion is all pervasive. May I become a Buddha to benefit all beings. May all beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and aversion. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings find good rebirths and the bliss of liberation. I will help us to have these. Please, Guru Buddha, bless me to be able to do this. And we make this strong prayer. O magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus and moon seat above my head. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. So now, Guru Shakyamuni Buddha comes to the crown of our head, seated upon a lotus and a moon cushion, all made of light, magnificent. And we make this request for blessings. May I be inspired by Guru devotion, uplifted by the preciousness of this human life, shed the fetters of attachment and aversion through a knowledge of impermanence, be protected by refuge, guided by a knowledge of actions and their results, aim for liberation through renunciation, May I be motivated by bodhicitta, opened by giving, disciplined by ethical behavior, strengthened by patience, enthused by joyous effort, stabilized by concentration, and freed by wisdom. So imagine that a beautiful shower of light comes down through the crown of our head, granting us all these realizations. Filling us up from the tips of our toes to the crown of our head. All obstacles to actualizing these realizations are removed. And we make this prayer. O magnificent and precious Root Guru, please abide on the lotus and moon seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and stay with me always until I attain enlightenment. So now your Lama, Shakyamuni Buddha, melts into a small sphere of light. Right there at the crown of your head, it begins to descend down through your body. This sphere of light, its nature is love. It comes to rest right there at the center of your heart. And as we inhale, that light becomes energized. As we think, may I be well and happy. And as we exhale, that light radiates and begins to expand. As I think, may I achieve my full potential. Allowing this light of love to completely fill your body. And know that you are loved. Truly, you are loved. And your nature is to love. May I be well and happy. May I actualize my full potential. Have an experience of that loving energy completely filling your body, and beginning to pass through your pores. This blissful, loving energy in all directions. Creating an aura of loving light around you. How wonderful. And thinking of those beings that we're close to. As we inhale, remove any sorrows, any problems, any obstacles that they might be facing now. Let it energize your love. And as you exhale, give them what they need and see it being received. May you be well and happy. May you realize your full potential. May you be well and happy. May you realize your full potential. Perhaps it is easiest to relieve the suffering from those that we're close to. But then comes those with whom we have difficulty. Think of them as just like me, wishing for happiness, longing for freedom from suffering, not wanting even the slightest suffering. Each one having joys and sorrows. We are the same in our wish for happiness. And we all have the right to have happiness. Remove the causes of their suffering. May you be well and happy. May you realize your full potential. See if it's possible to neutralize your negative feelings towards those who have harmed you or someone you love. To recognize that we are all blown by the winds of karma and afflicted emotions. May you be well and happy. May you realize your full potential. You might go from one person to the next, or you might stay on one in order to bring the mind to a state of equilibrium, equanimity, wishing them truly to be well and happy and to realize their full potential. We realize that all mental afflictions, all great suffering, and all failure to do the right thing comes from a mistaken view of reality, comes from fundamental ignorance. These people who give us a headache are caught by the iron net of self-grasping egoism, completely enveloped in the darkness of ignorance. May you be well and happy. May you realize your full potential. And as we think about friends and family, and we think about enemies, the troublemakers in our life. Truly, is a mistaken view of reality. For each one is just like me. And each one can move in and out of the category simply by helping or harming. If we could just remove all the harm and give only love, how wonderful that would be. And then thinking about all sentient beings, those who are strangers in our world. They are also just like me. May we all be well and happy. May we all realize our full potential. Inhaling all the suffering, all the causes of suffering, and giving love to every living being throughout the universe. May we all be well and happy. May we realize our full potential. Experiencing the light of love at our heart, being energized and expanding out in all directions, touching all universal beings. And then gathering all of this energy from the outside edges, coming in like breath on a mirror, beginning to dissolve all concepts. As the breath dissolves on a mirror, only the clear mirror remains like that. Allowing this loving awareness to come back till it's the size of the room, the size of the body, a small sphere of light at the heart. Drop right into that and then see it become smaller and smaller, becoming imperceivable. Resting in mirror-like wisdom. This is your mind's true nature. It is like the sky, devoid of clouds. Beyond thought. And this is conventional mind. We might think, this is my mind. Where is the I that holds this mind? Sometimes we think we are in control, that there is a puppeteer who decides. There is an I who is in charge. Generally speaking, that's what we think, that there is an inherently existent I. But if we look for that I, if she exists, she should be findable. She must be either in the body or in the mind. But when we examine, we see that there is no one solid, inherently existent, concrete, unchanging, permanent I. That we are empty, existing like that. And this mind that is clear and knowing is empty of existing in any solid, concrete way. And we rest in the emptiness. And we conclude that actually I exist in mere name, as a label on a transitory collection of parts. To be an agent of kindness. To be an agent of love. So we hold that that wisdom. And we dedicate the positive energy that we've created. By merit of this virtue, may I become Buddha and lead all beings, everyone, into that enlightened state. May the precious Bodhi mind, not yet born, arise and grow, and may that born not decline, but increase more and more. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, find an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of my merit. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms, the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. As long as space remains, as long as sentient beings remain, there too may I remain to dispel the misery of the world. And please also dedicate to those on your personal prayer list, that they might be healed, that they might have fortunate rebirths, that all of our teachers have long and fruitful lives. May the world be healed. This disease come to a close. May there be social justice and people think of benefiting one another. May we live in a world of non-harming where there is enlightened politics. And wherever we don't find it, may we help create it.